Hi, my name is Vishal. In this video, let's have a look on the perspective tools inside Illustrator. So perspective tools are basically used to apply the concepts of perspective drawing. These are generally the techniques used to create drawings in different perspective views, more popularly known as 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and 3-point perspective. It is basically a topic related to viewing a scene in a point of view, which has basically again vanishing points, horizons, and all that stuff. You can generally explore 1-point, 2-point, 3-point perspective drawing techniques inside in internet, and that techniques, once you know, you can apply that in Illustrator. So to start with, you can generally search in toolbar and you have this perspective grid tool. So right now this grid is generally showing up 2-point perspectives, and this is basically having a floor, and it has got a horizon and 2 vanishing points. So this grid what you got is a 2-point perspective view. So you can move that horizon to any view. Let's say if the horizon is on the lower side, you are actually seeing maybe a building from the ground, and you're seeing towards the sky basically. So if you just drag this up, then you are seeing a building from maybe a helicopter. So you are generally, your position, your eye level has gone above the ground into the sky, whereas when I move the horizon, the point of view is from the ground to the sky. And if I put it in the middle, generally it's like you're seeing the space or the ground at the eye level. You're not seeing towards the sky or towards the ground, you're seeing towards the eye level. So that's how you can generally place this point. And also you have some handles where you can position your planes. You have basically 2 planes here, and also you can drag the position of this and this. It's from the height and the bottom. You can also change the vanishing point. Let's say if I generally put this closer, if you are aware of this concept of focal length and the vanishing effect, so to define the focal length, you can maybe adjust these points and create that illustrations. So you get a widget here where you can select a particular plane, and then you can say I want to draw something on the ground, or I want to draw something on this side of the box or the plane. So if you just go to the view option, and then in perspective, you can generally change your your grid into a 1-point perspective. You can also change it to a 2-point perspective and a 3-point perspective. So this is you can also do from the define grid options, and you can change it to 1-point perspective, and you can also change it for, to a 2-point perspective. Okay, so once the grid is there, you can generally place all the drawing elements onto that particular grid. So let's say right now the grid is on, so I'm just selecting the draw tool. Just need to click and drag over the grid, and then you should be able to see I'm trying to create a rectangular shape onto the grid here. Okay, so when I thought I was drawing on this, but it came on here. The reason is it is selected like that. I mean, that plane is selected. If I select this one and then maybe change this to a lighter color, and then draw, then you are drawing onto the opposite side like that. And you can also select this particular shape using the perspective selection tool, and then you can generally move it and scale it precisely. So you can generally create more complex shapes. Okay, so I'm creating a star. I select this plane and then reduce it. I can hold shift to perfectly angle. If not, it's like that. Okay, so maybe I can just adjust it later using the selection tool like that. You can be more precise if you wanted it to be like that. So you can create complex drawings using this perspective tools. You can also use the text tool, and then you can generally add this text. Over to that particular plane. So I'm using the perspective selection tool there. Okay, so you can hide this the grid by pressing Shift Control I, and you can get that grid visibility on and off.